Hello YouTube. I'm going to do a little unboxing and review today of the Foto4easy camera holster. This thing came from Amazon, cost $8, free shipping on Prime, and it came in a standard Amazon box. As you can see, it's pretty bare bones inside. There aren't even instructions, which you wouldn't need. And I'm actually a little bit happy that the packaging isn't too fancy, because at an $8 price point, you wouldn't want them to put too much into the packaging. Comes with two of these little bolts, one Allen wrench, and I'll show you. You can screw these bolts in, tighten it with the wrench, and it slips into the holster just like this. Now, some of you may be thinking, this is $8, I've spent thousands of dollars on my equipment, how sturdy is it? I can tell you, I have purchased one of these before and used it, and I have not had any problem with the mechanism right here. It stays in, it doesn't pop out. I mean, I can put a lot of force on it, and that's not going anywhere. The one issue I have had, though, is right here. For some reason, they did not connect this belt loop. I think the idea was maybe you could hook it onto a backpack or something where you couldn't get to the end of the belt. What I have had happen is that it slips off the belt like this while you're walking around. Now, it's never come completely off, but it is a little scary when you look down and it's hanging like this with your camera. So I came up with a little solution. First of all, when you're wearing this, you want to use a thick webbing style belt like this that cinches. It makes it a lot more comfortable to have it snug on your body so that it's not, the camera isn't wiggling around too much. Now, back to the point about this popping off. When you have the belt tight, it's not going to pop off, but as your belt somewhat loosens during the day, you can get a situation like this. As I said, it's never come all the way off, but I have looked down and it's been like this, hanging with the camera. So what I've done is I've taken a bit of paracord, created a small loop. There's actually an eyelet here on the Foto4easy that I've looped this through and then around the belt. So even if this came completely off, I would still have that safety. Now, this gives me a lot of peace of mind. Even if I'm carrying something heavy, like a telephoto lens, a full frame camera body, I'm not too worried about it coming loose. At the same time, just to be extra careful, I have a little leash, just more of the paracord and a little carabiner, and a key ring that I put through this loop. That's really unnecessary. I mean, if I'm shooting, I'll leave this off, because the whole point of this system is that you have quick access. But you know, if I went on a walk or something with this, during the walk I would probably attach the leash. And generally when you're wearing this, you want to have it kind of back here. It's a lot more comfortable. So you know, I've taken this, used this system on long walks, on hikes and stuff. And I will say that for something heavy like you know, a telephoto lens and a large camera body, it is not quite as comfortable as throwing it over your back. Just because the weight distribution, it's all kind of lopsided, and this does swing a little bit. But as far as a smaller camera, it's actually really nice. Just put it back here, you can walk around with it. It really doesn't swing too much. Oh yes, I also wanted to talk about some people who are thinking, well, I've spent thousands of dollars on my camera equipment and I don't want to risk dropping it because I didn't want to spend $50 on one of these other systems and only spend $8 on this. I would only point out that many of you are probably using one of these, and this costs about $8 online. And as you can see, you have a metal on fabric connection here, and it's kind of worn. It's kind of worn through this a little bit. So I don't think it's necessarily rational thinking when you say, oh, this is only $8 and I don't want to trust my expensive camera equipment. This thing is not going anywhere. I mean, even without these leashes and everything that I've done, this mechanism is solid. The only issue, again, you can see this kind of came off.